Welcome back to the channel. Today we bring you some very sad news. Retired Judge Frank Caprio, the beloved TV judge known for his compassion and fairness on Caught in Providence, has passed away at the age of 88. Stay with us as we reflect on his remarkable life and legacy. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more updates. Frank Caprio, the beloved former Chief Judge of the Providence Municipal Court, passed away on August 20, 2025, at the age of 88. His death marked the close of an extraordinary life, one interwoven with deep compassion, gentle wit, and an unwavering belief in the inherent goodness of people. The news brought an outpouring of tributes from around the world, a true testament to the life of a judge who became much more than a figure of authority. He became a beacon of humanity. Roots in Rhode Island, foundation of humility. Born on November 24, 1936, in Providence's historic Italian-American neighborhood of Federal Hill, Caprio's beginnings were rooted in the struggles and perseverance of immigrant life. His father, Antonio Caprio, worked tirelessly as a fruit peddler and milkman, while his mother, Filomena, instilled strong values of humility, respect, and resilience in her children. Frank was the second of three sons, and his upbringing reflected the struggles of working-class families. Caprio graduated from Providence College in 1958, majoring in political science. Determined to further his education, he taught American government at Hope High School by day and attended Suffolk University School of Law in Boston at night. His balancing of responsibilities reflected a discipline that would define his entire life. At the same time, he served in the Rhode Island Army National Guard from 1954 to 1962, assigned to the 876th Combat Engineer Battalion. A journey of service, from city council to courtroom. Caprio's entry into public life came in 1962, when he was elected to the Providence City Council, a position he held for 6 years. He was known for his accessibility to his constituents, often making himself available in local diners, churches, and community halls. His early political life was guided by the same values that would later define his judicial career: fairness, listening to the people, and striving to bridge divides. In 1970, Caprio made an ambitious run for Rhode Island Attorney General, though he was unsuccessful. Far from a setback, it reinforced his belief that public service wasn't only about titles or victories, but about persistence in service in whatever capacity one could contribute. Upon retirement, he was honored with the title Chief Judge Emeritus, and in a rare gesture of appreciation, the Providence City Council renamed his courtroom the Chief Judge Frank Caprio Courtroom. For a man who never sought the spotlight, the recognition was deeply moving, cementing his place in Rhode Island history. The nicest judge in the world. Compassion in action. What truly set Judge Caprio apart was not the length of his service, but the way he served. While many judges are remembered for landmark rulings or stern authority, Caprio was remembered for his compassionate justice. Through his courtroom reality TV show, Caught in Providence, Caprio introduced the world to his brand of jurisprudence, one where empathy was as important as precedent. Millions of viewers were drawn not to legal drama, but to simple moments of humanity. A struggling single parent explaining why they couldn't pay a parking ticket, an elderly man recounting a hardship, a nervous child standing beside a parent at the bench. Caprio's responses were never scripted, but they always carried warmth. In one instance, he called a young girl to the bench to help decide her mother's fine, transforming a potentially stressful moment into an empowering and joyful one. In another, he forgave a struggling bartender's fine after hearing she earned just $3.84 per hour, reminding her gently about responsibility but tempering it with mercy. From viral videos to cultural icon, what began as local access TV footage evolved into a worldwide phenomenon. Caught in Providence went national in 2018 and earned Daytime Emmy nominations. Caprio himself was astonished by the global reach. Letters and messages poured in from around the world, thanking him for restoring faith in justice and humanity. He often shared that he was humbled by the thought that something as simple as dismissing a ticket with kindness could ripple into inspiration for millions. Final days and lasting message. In December 2023, Caprio shared publicly that he had been diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, one of the most aggressive forms of the disease. Rather than retreat into privacy, he asked for prayers and support, continuing to communicate with his global audience. His transparency reflected the same authenticity he brought to the bench. He is survived by his wife Joyce, his partner of nearly 60 years, their 5 children, 7 grandchildren, and 2 great-grandchildren. His family described him as a man who loved deeply, laughed often, and lived by the golden rule. A heartfelt beacon of humanity. Tributes to Judge Caprio came swiftly. Rhode Island Governor Dan McKee called him a Rhode Island treasure, ordering flags at half-mast. Civic leaders, former colleagues, and ordinary citizens praised his kindness. Stories of his impact resurfaced. One of the most touching was that of Victor Colella, a man whose speeding ticket was forgiven by Caprio after he shared his son's battle with cancer. The encounter blossomed into a friendship that lasted years. On Colella's 100th birthday, Caprio surprised him with a cake in the courtroom, an unforgettable moment that captured the essence of his approach to life. Justice laced with humanity. Legacy: justice with a human face. Frank Caprio's legacy is not measured in legal citations or high-profile cases, but in lives touched and hearts lifted. He demonstrated that justice is not blind to suffering, but rather should see people fully, their struggles, their stories, their humanity. Beyond the bench, Caprio was a philanthropist. He supported scholarship funds for students in need, championed educational opportunities, and remained involved in community initiatives. His generosity was rooted in the same principle that guided his courtroom: that opportunity and compassion should be shared, not hoarded. In reflection, Judge Frank Caprio's life is a reminder that small moments can have immeasurable impact. A dismissed ticket, a kind word, a warm smile, all can ripple outward in ways we may never know. His philosophy was simple but profound. Treat others as you wish to be treated, and never forget that laws serve people, not the other way around. As we reflect on his passing, we are reminded that the truest measure of a person's life is not in their accolades, but in the kindness they leave behind. Judge Frank Caprio left us with a timeless lesson: that justice, when tempered with empathy, can heal, uplift, and inspire. His legacy will live on not only in Rhode Island, but in the hearts of millions across the globe who were touched by his unique blend of fairness and humanity. Judge Frank Caprio will always be remembered not just for his rulings, but for the kindness and humanity he showed to people from all walks of life. His legacy will live on in the hearts of millions. May he rest in peace. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to our channel for more news and tributes.